In the heart of Agnoro, the Odoski community thrived, proud of their heritage and traditions. Among them was Prince Godwin, a young man of noble birth but with a heart hardened by arrogance and power. He ruled the people with an iron fist, showing no mercy to those he considered beneath him. His cruelty was especially directed toward a poor, defenseless woman named Glory, who had recently come to the village. Glory was a resilient woman, having endured hardships beyond imagination. She had been raised in Zalis, the rival community that had once waged a brutal war against Odoski over land. That war, which took place in 2001, had left deep scars on both sides. Among the many tragedies of that war was the mysterious disappearance of a 5-year-old girl from the Odoski royal family, Prince Godwin's own sister. But nobody knew this. Glory arrived in Odoski seeking a better life, unaware of her true origins. She was a strong woman, but fate was cruel. Prince Godwin saw her as nothing more than a mere outsider, unworthy of respect. He forced her into labor, making her work under unbearable conditions, denying her food, and punishing her for the slightest mistake. Despite the suffering, Glory held her head high, refusing to break. The villagers whispered about her misfortune, some pitying her, while others feared Prince Godwin too much to intervene. One fateful night, an elder in the village named Mazi Okiki overheard Glory speaking in her sleep. She mumbled names and phrases that triggered something deep within him. He recalled the war, the missing princess, and the resemblance Glory bore to the late queen. His heart pounded with the realization that this poor woman could be the lost royal daughter. Determined to uncover the truth, Mazi Okiki secretly approached the oldest woman in the kingdom, Mama Ifoma, who had been the royal midwife during the war. She listened carefully, then gasped, "There is only one way to know for sure." The princess had a birthmark behind her right ear, a sign of her lineage. With this revelation, Mazi Okiki arranged a grand gathering, where he demanded that Glory be examined. Before the entire community, the royal guards checked behind her ear. A stunned silence fell over the crowd as they beheld the unmistakable birthmark. Prince Godwin staggered back, his face drained of color. The woman he had tormented, humiliated, and enslaved was none other than his long-lost sister. Glory, upon hearing the truth, was overwhelmed with emotion. She had never known where she came from, and now, she was standing in the land of her ancestors. Tears streamed down her face, not out of joy, but out of pain. Pain from the years of suffering at the hands of her own blood. The king, their father, who had grown old and weary with sorrow over his lost daughter, broke down in tears. He turned to Prince Godwin and said, "You have shown cruelty to one of your own. Let this be a lesson to you and all who believe in pride and oppression. You never know who you are hurting." Prince Godwin fell to his knees before Glory, begging for forgiveness. But forgiveness is not given easily, it is earned. He vowed to change his ways, to rule with kindness, and to never judge a person by their status or background. And so, the village of Odoski learned a valuable lesson. Treat every soul with kindness, for you never know the true connection you share with them. From that day forth, Prince Godwin became a just ruler, and Glory, now recognized as princess, helped the kingdom thrive in peace and unity. Moral: never look down on anyone, for the person you despise today may be the one to save you tomorrow.